Today, we're going to show you how to set up your MoFi StudioDeck Turntable. If you get everything out in advance and unpacked, it's really going to be a pretty simple setup. The first step is to prepare where your turntable will be positioned. If you have large speakers, you don't want to put it close to those or else you'll get acoustic feedback. So try to isolate it from your speakers, and you want it on a nice level, even surface. You'll also want to have your turntable close to your amp or phono stage because phono cables are only about 5 feet long as it's a very low level signal. We think it's easier to go ahead and make your connections on the back of the turntable before you start setting things up, so you'll be good to go once they're all in. So the first step is to ground the turntable wire, which goes right in here. Just tighten it down under that little post. And then we want to plug in the color-coded connections for the left channel and the right channel. Just make sure those go in very snug and they're tight. Next step is to plug in the power connection. This is a standard IEC computer type connection, so it just plugs right in. Make sure it goes in snug. Now, keep the AC power cord away from your phono cables. You'll get hum if they're close to each other. Next, we're going to position the platter on the inner bearing. This you need to be a little bit careful for, so get down kind of at the level of the turntable and look at it from an angle and get it centered up over there, and then just lower it on gently. Give it a spin, and we're all set. Next, we'll install the belt. It's a good thing to wash your hands before you do this step because you don't want to get any oils on the belt. So you'll wrap it around the outer edge of the table, and then it goes on the top spindle of the motor. That's for 33, the bottom one is for 45. We're all set. Now that we've got the weight of the platter on the turntable, let's make sure it's level. You want to use a bubble level or a carpenter's level, and the feet underneath the table are adjustable. The outer part of the foot turns, so you can use that to get things perfectly leveled up. Installing the anti-skate counterweight is a little tedious, but just take your time, it's pretty straightforward. The manual tells you to put on the tracking force counterweight first, but we find it easier to install the anti-skate if the counterweight's not in the way. So we're going to remove this little white piece of paper, and this is your anti-skate mechanism. It's got a tiny little rubber washer on one end of it, and you see this little silver post here with notches. The idea is to get that washer on that post, and there we go. Now there's notches on the post, and the notch that goes in depends upon the cartridge that you have. We have the Studio Tracker cartridge on this StudioDeck, and that goes in notch 2, which we're in. Just consult with your manual to see where it needs to go based upon your cartridge. So we're all set with that. Next, we're going to install the counterweight. Now this, at first, may seem a little tricky, but everything's mapped out on the table to get you to the right point for the cartridge that came pre-mounted on your table. If your table came with a MoFi cartridge, there's a little piece of white tape that shows you where to put it for the proper tracking force. So you want to just screw on this rear counterweight, and then you want the very front of it to just touch the back of that white piece of tape, and you're at the correct tracking force. We're all set. The stylus guard on the table just pulls straight down. Hang on to this because you'll want it if you ever move the turntable. Now we're ready to play a record. Make sure your Q lever is in the up position, push the power button. I love this cool little yellow light they have. And move the arm over the lead out groove of the record, lower it down, and enjoy your MoFi StudioDeck turntable. If you have any trouble setting up your turntable at all, please give us a call or reach out to us through chat on our website.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. On this channel, we review audio products from great brands all around the world. And if you have any questions, head over to audioadvice.com, where our online team will be happy to assist you via chat or over the phone. And if you happen to live in the Raleigh or Charlotte area, stop into one of our world-class showrooms to experience the wonderful world of electronics for yourself.